So you've got the idea. The one you can't stop thinking about in the shower. The one you secretly pitch to your friends over drinks, waiting for someone to say, dude, that's genius. And now you're wondering, should I actually start a startup? Or should I keep it as a fun daydream while I binge Shark Tank at 2 a.m.? Let's find out. Because today, we're going to decode exactly what a startup actually is, how they're built, which ones you can run solo and which need co-founders, teams, and investors, how to scale, and when to sell or keep building until your face ends up on the cover of Forbes. What even is a startup? A startup is not just a small business with a shiny logo in Figma and a coffee addiction. It's a young company designed to grow fast, scaling to reach a huge market without costs exploding at the same pace as revenue. A local bakery? Not a startup. A bakery that ships fresh croissants nationwide via drone delivery? Startup. Startups are built for speed, adaptability, and risk. They test ideas in real markets, often before the product is perfect or even finished. Most start with 1 to 3 founders, one with the idea, one who can build it, and one who can sell it. If you're lucky, 2 of those live in the same person. The culture? Intense. Forget corporate, think flat hierarchies, rapid decisions, and everyone wearing 12 hats. One day, you're the CEO. The next, you're customer support. The day after, you're fixing the website at 3 a.m. because you accidentally deleted the payment page. Messy? Yes. Addictive? Absolutely. Where do startups live? Technically, anywhere. But some industries produce them like factories. Tech, SaaS with apps, AI tools, and fintech platforms. Consumer goods with direct-to-consumer brands and viral product launches. Green tech like clean energy and climate solutions. Health tech, biotech where medicine meets innovation. And sometimes it's pure passion gone commercial, like smart toasters that post your breakfast to Instagram. Don't look weird at me. If people pay for it, it's a business. Why do startups exist? 3 main reasons: to disrupt slow, outdated industries, to solve problems nobody else is fixing, and to seize opportunities before big companies can react. They're the speedboats in an ocean of cruise ships, nimble, risky, and occasionally spectacularly sunk. There are 2 startup archetypes. Not all startups are created equal. Some can grow on their own, others need serious cash from day one. Cash flow strong or bootstrapped startups make money early, often service-based or niche software. They're pros. They keep full control with no investors breathing down their neck. Their cons: significantly slower growth and the risk of being outpaced by well-funded competitors. Then there are investment-dependent startups. They require heavy upfront capital for R&D, marketing, or infrastructure. The pros of having a VC investor: you scale very quickly and thus dominate early. The cons: you give up equity and face constant growth pressure from investors. You basically become the VC's slave. Either you perform well with great returns, or the venture fund might replace you as the head of the company. So there's the question. VC money, take it or leave it. VC funding makes sense if you're in a time-sensitive market or you need to blitz scale before competitors wake up. But you can skip it if you can grow steadily on your own and value control over speed. Think of VC like jet fuel. It'll get you into orbit fast, but if the engine dies mid-flight, you're coming down hard. Most startups follow a similar cycle. Let's call it the startup life cycle. Everything starts with an idea, the spark, the what-if moment. Then either you alone or you with co-founders build the MVP. MVP stands for minimum viable product, and it's the basic version of a product or service released with just enough features to attract early-stage customers and gather feedback. Next comes traction. You get early customers, the first feedback, and iterate. Once you've tested the MVP on the market, gathered feedback, and improved the product, you can start scaling, hiring, expanding markets, ramping marketing budgets, and hoping no intern deletes your company's database. Lastly, you reach maturity or the decision point: sell the company or keep building. Each stage gets harder. The rewards? Potentially life-changing. Now, you've written down your idea, mapped out the path you and your startup want to follow, and decided you want to get a VC investment. But how do you even get one? There are 3 essentials you need: proof of a great idea, users, revenue, or undeniable market demand. A well-designed pitch deck: show the problem, your solution, and why you'll be the one to win. And most importantly, warm introductions. VC is a huge networking game. Remember, investors back traction, not just dreams. Say you got your VC investment and grew the company to a 100 million valuation. Do you want to exit or turn it into a life project? Exit makes sense if you've hit peak market value, a buyer offers life-changing money, or you faked the balance sheet and no one knows yet. Life project makes sense if you're profitable, still innovating, confident in the company, and love the game. You want control over your vision and maybe become the next white guy on Forbes. One path buys you freedom. The other keeps you in the driver's seat. The real takeaway: starting a startup is chaos. It's stressful, risky, and unforgiving. But it's also one of the only games where a small team with a big idea can rewrite an entire industry. If you've got the itch, the skills, and the obsession, maybe it's time to stop thinking about your startup and start building it. Good luck.